last piece that we need to talk about in terms of team is something that comes up anytime you get two or more people together, and that's conflict. And most people, when they hear the word conflict or talk about conflict or think about conflict, automatically the unease or the uncomfortable or feeling like I don't want to deal with it comes right up. I'm going to encourage you to have a different viewpoint about conflict. Conflict is natural. Conflict will occur anytime that you have two or more people together. And it's also an incredible opportunity to move forward toward higher and better, not only ways of functioning as a team, more than likely it's a way to move forward better and more effectively toward the change that you wish to create. If you choose to look at conflict as natural, all of a sudden it doesn't have to become such a big issue, and it doesn't have to be something to be feared and something to avoid. Conflict also doesn't have to be angry and nasty. Is that when you have different people with different talents and strengths, there are going to be different ways and approaches for how things can happen. And oftentimes when conflict does come up, there is a sense that there is a right and a wrong answer. And I am going to suggest to you that in embracing conflict, instead of looking toward the rightness or the wrongness of what is going on, that you begin to take a look at it from what is the best possible way? What can be learned from each perspective? How can a variety of perspectives be integrated to create a solution? I have yet to find an example where when a variety of perspectives are integrated to move forward, that you don't come up with a better solution than when you just simply have one idea or one person's viewpoint prevail over another. If, as you deal with conflict in teams, it becomes a win-lose, you are going to find that more and more of the conflict will arise because no one likes to lose. And if that's the way that conflict is going to be addressed, you are going to create people on your team who will not have the openness and the energy toward bringing their perspectives and ideas together. My experience has been that when everyone is allowed to present their ideas in an open way, when they're respected, when the group can think through and discuss what the different perspectives are, that a solution can be found and a way forward can be found that honors both. And as a leader, if that's the way that you deal with conflict as a group and as a team, you will move through it very quickly. You will find that it doesn't happen nearly as often, and that everyone develops the skills to make things better as a result of a variety of opinions instead of worse. And that's what I'm going to encourage you to do around conflict, is to see the opportunity to learn, to grow, to improve, rather than see it as a potential to divide and to make worse. That, again, is your mantle as the leader in dealing with conflict. So think about what we've talked about in creating team. As the leader of the team, it isn't your job to be better than and above all the members of your team. It's your responsibility to sit alongside them, to see in them what it is they have to bring that out of them, to inspire them, to put their talents and strengths forward toward the vision and the goals that you've established, and to help them work together in a way that feels good to them and moves you toward the change that you want to create. That's team, and that's leadership within team. And I assure you that any leader who leads a group of people in the way that we've just described today will be effective, will be respected, and people will want more and more of it, because that's the way in which people want to operate. So don't see this as a way of backing off from what that traditional method is. See this as an opportunity to truly do it differently. I hope you've enjoyed this conversation about team and how to do it more effectively as a leader. I hope you enjoyed this session on leadership and that it's helped you to think more clearly about what it is that you bring to the table, how you can bring it to the table, and allowing yourself to really put into action the plans for change that you have in Iran, and that you will really, truly make a difference, not only in your country, but for the entire world. Thank you.